things. You think that happens after a comet hits the Earth?
How did the world start?
How did it start? Do you remember watching some documentaries about that?
No.
Some videos on YouTube about that? The first day of the world? What did they say about how did it start?
I don't remember.
There was a big, big bang where lots and lots of little particles of dust in the universe.
But you know what?
Yeah?
What was the watts? How big was the thing that exploded and made the universe and made the big world?
How big was the thing that made the Big Bang and exploded and to make the universe?
No, I meant.
That's a good question.
I meant where to the world. How big was it? How big was the Big Bang that made the world?
How big was the actual Big Bang? It must have been huge, but I don't know because I wasn't there. But the scientists who study it and they think they know, they said it was the biggest bang ever. And lots of energy, which is what explodes, part of what explodes in a Big Bang, started to create balls of particles that became planets.
And one of those planets was the Earth.
That's right. And one of those planets was the Earth. And aren't we lucky that that happened? So we could live here and meet each other and love each other. Because if that didn't happen, then I wouldn't be here, and then you wouldn't be here. We would never know each other.
What about if we were on a different planet?
Yep, that's possible. But so far, at least the people who live on Earth have not been able to find another planet that has anything that's alive on it. That doesn't mean there's not one, but the scientists who live here haven't been able to find one. So it's possible we could live on another planet, but so far I think Earth is the only one where that's an option for us. What do you think about that? Yeah.
When did people get to wait? But how could they breathe when there were no trees?
How could people breathe when there were no trees?
How did trees start out anyway?
How did trees start out?
How did trees start out before humans?
I'm not sure, sweetheart. It's a good question. I think that billions and billions and billions of years ago, when there was the Big Bang and the planets were created, slowly, there were little bits of life that started to grow into all different kinds of living things, trees and animals and everything else that's alive. And so trees and humans probably were, you know, well, trees were around when dinosaurs were around, so trees were definitely here first, and then humans came after that. From evolution.
Why are we doing here so slow?
Because there's a lot of traffic on this freeway.